Hi, I'm Mr. Ringer, and I'm making the Oswald process to make sulfuric acid available to the home chemist. Today I'm going to go through 2 points: the system updates and the ignition feature. Let's go. System updates: that I have changed the first absorber tower to a regular mason jar, and I used epoxy to glue the tubes in place. Use the Viton tubing. Also changed the pump back to the 12 volt high flow rate pump and dial down the flow rate with the pressure valve. So the ignition system. First of all, we have the chamber, which is a jar. We have the gas in and gas outputs. This is where the preheated air comes in, and this is where the sulfur dioxide, trioxide, sulfur oxides, and air exit. This is the liquefied sulfur, which has been heated up on a hot plate till it is liquid. Then we can, with the two purple electrodes, we can ignite it. This is basically a very big spark plug. There is a 5 kilovolt transformer on the other side, and it provides us with a spark plug indicated here with the blue. Then that's gonna ignite our sulfur here, and this sulfur that is burning here will continue and light on the remaining sulfur. And because our system is heated from below, it doesn't solidify and it won't extinguish itself. The air is supplied in so the sulfur can burn. The ignition will provide us enough heat to keep the fire burning and also not solidify the remaining sulfur beneath. So then the heating element, or in this case the hot plate, can be turned off, and an insulation coat, which is a big piece of thick aluminum foil, can be added to the side. This way it will be insulated and have a higher percent of the heat trapped within and not radiated outward, thus making the system more efficient, requiring less heat. This was it. This is the unfiltered section. Today I want to talk about the fact that I was really thinking about this, but what makes, or at least what do you think, what makes us young men be able to improve versus the others who are not? And you might say, you want to pause the video if you want to think about it, but I will continue on. You might say that it's intelligence, but I would highly ask that and question that thinking, because all my professors, all my teachers are intelligent men, and they are intellectual, and yet still they are, no offense, but outside of their university and their academia activity, they are losers and they don't really do much shit, and you don't really want to be like them. But I thought of, and this is true for me, but you might need to ask your beliefs and question your thinking. I think it is introspectiveness, the one key big domino that when we push it, and when it falls down, it pushes all the other dominoes, and it basically makes all the dominoes fall over and fall down. So it does make everything completely irrelevant. If that one thing goes down, then all the other things are irrelevant. And I think this is introspectiveness, and hear me out why. I have a story that my teacher told me, or at least in one laboratorium when we was measuring some things, and he told us that he doesn't understand why we don't like the other teachers and basically that group, because they are flexible and they are nice and whatever. But I thought to, and this guy was the guy that basically, if you just look at him, he is just like he basically doesn't really have that much life force in him, I would say. He's really stressed out, whatever. He is a victim of the system, I would say. And the problem is that even though he thought that they were flexible and they are nice people, in reality, everybody who was in the auditory, basically us, the students, we thought that this is not true. We, of course, we didn't tell him because that's rude, and of course we don't want him to berate our measuring stuff. But we thought that this is basically not true. And why is that? That you have some beliefs and behaviors that you don't even see, but they are not appropriate, or they do not give you the results that you want from them. Basically, if I wanted to grow on social media and I was making one video every single day, but I'm not making the videos better. I'm not thinking about it. I think this is great. I'm doing my best job. I think this is excellent work. In reality, it could be like really low tier, and I would just be the desk, and I wouldn't understand why it doesn't get any fucking views, or if it gets any views once or twice, it basically is just like 3 or 2 seconds of a watch time, so it doesn't worth shit. So I think introspectiveness in this sense comes in clutch, because we need to question our beliefs, we need to question our behaviors, our acts, our thoughts, and our thought patterns, because sometimes, and when we begin most of the times, our beliefs and traits and skills and all these things are not in place, and they are not right, and we need to iterate and iterate and basically improve, let's say, the videos. I'm not thinking these videos are best, because even though when I'm recording these, I think I'm speaking flawlessly, and then when I look back, I say and big pauses, and I'm kind of embarrassed that, wait a minute, I thought this was like really good stuff, and when I look back, I just look like a retard. So this is why we have to question our beliefs. And to basically end the video here, it's I will give you a tool that is really useful, because basically I will tell you point blank, it is journaling. And journaling is that you basically have a piece of paper, and you take a pen or something that you can write with, and whilst you're thinking about a specific topic, you basically write down your thoughts. You don't think it in your head, you write down as you think. And basically what I wanted to say is, you don't just jot down a few things, you write the whole sentences down as you think. And as you think it, you come back 5 minutes later or a day later, and you look through your thoughts, and if something is bullshit, then you cross it out or underline it. Because why do I think this? Why do I think that? This is not good. This is this. Like, you can basically correct your pattern, because it is so much easier to find the problem and find the mistakes in our thought pattern and in something that is written or recorded and played back to us. Because if somebody else, let's say, just give you a final example, if you are madly in love, you don't even realize the faults of the woman that you are in love with. And if we were to write you down all the things that she does, you would be so much easier to find the problems that she has, rather than just thinking about them, and you don't even realize, because you are so biased. In this sense, you don't even find the problems in your thinking, because you are so biased, and you are basically just so one with your thoughts, that when you give it out to a piece of paper, or you record yourself and look back the video, you just think, well, I wanted to eat this piece of apple pie. I wrote it down. Basically, this is a real thing. I wrote it down, and whilst mid-thought, I said, wait, this is fucking bullshit. This is cope. I'm just gonna cross it out, and I didn't do it. And this is how things are. When you have some things that, let's say, you are very horny, and you want to fap or jack off or watch porn or whatever, you just write it down and think about it, like, why do I feel like this? And does it serve me to fap right now? Because in my instance, I know at least when I do relapse, I always and always regret it. And I thought to myself, well, it doesn't worth it, because it is so much easier to be disciplined once. I mean, like, even if it is once every week, and to not go and to watch porn, than to just relapse, and then you can fight it over and over again, because it will be so much more frequent if you like relapse back. And this is a brilliant way. And to basically give you a actionable step, just find an A4 paper just like this, and just write down like 3 sentences or 5 sentences that you actually think about something, and you just write it down. What was your day, or how could you made this day better actually? What did you do that was a mistake in that sense? And you write these things down, and you underline it, and you basically, I usually just maybe I will give a full update on this, and give you my actual analysis of how I journal, because there are a lot of things. Because when you start to journal, it's in the beginning, it's not that big of a deal, but when you have a lot of A4 papers lying around, it's hard to find things, and I will probably go into detail on how you can organize them and how you can find them. But we only need to start with the habit. So grab the piece of paper and don't bullshit yourself. You will not do it later, because you will forget about it. So do it right now. It doesn't take that much effort. If you wanna basically this video to help you start this, and do it every day, because it's worth it to question every single belief or things, because this can help you and change your life. If you incorporate it every single day, even if it is very small and insignificant in the beginning, like 3 sentences, but next time, and don't write like 2 pages or 3 pages down right now, because you will overload yourself, and you will not come back, because it will feel like too big of a. So just give you a little 3 sentences, and that's it. Make it that. Because I usually make the mistake that I overload myself, and then it is like too big of a hustle, and I can't be bothered to do it later on. And this is why I basically quit in the beginning, and I think most people do. So just give yourself 3 simple sentences, then do it tomorrow, then maybe tomorrow 5, then 7 after that, and so on. You build up till like 1 page, 2 pages if you want, and you can think basically however long you want, or however long it takes. Yeah, so this was it. Thanks for watching. Hope you found value. If you liked, then subscribe and like, so you don't miss any bangers like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.